This year marks the 22nd anniversary of the legendary 4chan forum, and over the years, many incidents have occurred on the site. One of them led to a change in the forum's policy that still exists today. There was a time when indie horror games like Slender Man started gaining popularity, so similar games began being discussed on the forum. One day, a user appeared on 4chan, sharing screenshots of a completely unknown game called LostBoy.exe. Many gamers were surprised because no one had ever heard of this game before. The user who posted about it addressed everyone with the following message: "I finally got it. LostBoy.exe. Here, I'll leave a download link." He also shared several screenshots, claiming they were from the real game. Many forum users downloaded LostBoy.exe to try it out. It was a game where you found yourself trapped in a maze. As you wandered through it, you encountered paintings on the walls, referencing Jesus Christ and other images, but there was no clear exit or anything particularly scary. A week later, some users started suspecting that the game was just a hoax meant to gain attention. However, sometime later, the person who uploaded LostBoy.exe began flooding the forum with webcam photos of people who had played the game. He also posted their personal passwords, bank account details, and other private data found on computers where the game was installed. It turned out that LostBoy.exe contained a powerful Trojan virus for its time, which could record everything stored on the hard drive while the player was exploring the maze. The worst part was that the creator of the game uploaded everything he had stolen from his victims onto the forum. After this incident, the 4chan administration banned the use of links on their platform. Over time, the story was forgotten, but the internet never forgets. For a long time, the game remained lost until recently, when a French YouTuber known as Feldup posted a video in which he claimed to have found the creator of the game. The creator revealed that an unknown user had re-uploaded the game with the virus embedded inside. Sad Satan. This is an extremely strange horror game that was first reported on the YouTube channel Obscure Horror Corner on June 25, 2015. In an interview with Kotaku, the channel's owner, Jamie, stated that he downloaded the game from a hidden Tor service after receiving a tip from an anonymous subscriber. That subscriber, in turn, claimed to have found the link on a darknet forum posted by a user known only as ZK. At first, some followers were skeptical about the game, fearing that it might contain scenes of violence or even child pornography. However, the owner of Obscure Horror Corner insisted that there was no such material in the game. After the Kotaku interview, a subreddit was created to discuss the game, and it quickly became clear that the .onion address provided contained invalid characters. 3 days later, another Kotaku interview was published, stating that the link had been deliberately altered because the game allegedly did contain illegal content, and Obscure Horror Corner did not want to be responsible for its distribution. Later, a new version of the game appeared on 4chan, uploaded by someone claiming to be ZK, stating that Obscure Horror Corner had not shown viewers the real version of the game. Several 4chan users downloaded and attempted to play this version. Some reported that their computers started running significantly slower, while others even claimed that their devices completely stopped responding after launching the game. A few users said their computers no longer turned on after running this version of Sad Satan. This version of the game, which most of the community referred to as a clone, contained disturbing and excessively violent images. Some of these images appeared right on the title screen, which later led to another version of the game, a clean version, where the graphic content was removed. The original game, showcased on Obscure Horror Corner, involved wandering through monochrome corridors while various audio samples played on a loop. These included recordings of interviews with serial killers, such as Charles Manson. As the player moves through the corridors, disturbing images occasionally appear on the screen, preventing progress until they automatically disappear after a few seconds. Most of these images reference child abuse, crimes, and murders. Among them are photos of convicted criminals like Japanese serial killer and cannibal Tsutomu Miyazaki, as well as images of the Lady Justice statue, Colombian footballer Andres Escobar, and political figures such as former UK Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher and assassinated US President John Kennedy. This version of the game also contained a virus that caused various negative effects, from slowing down the computer to completely disabling it after running the executable file. The only characters in the game are children who stand motionless and do not interact with the player. In the final video uploaded by Obscure Horror Corner, one of these children starts following the player. Since there are no weapons or healing items, the player inevitably dies. In the true version of the game by Lucan, which differs significantly from what was shown on YouTube. There are also images of accident and murder victims. The game appears to depict the place where the protagonist ends up as hell, and its theme revolves around the idea that justice and punishment will eventually reach everyone, even the most famous figures. The gameplay itself creates an oppressive atmosphere through disturbing imagery and sounds. That's the story. To make sure you don't miss new videos, I recommend subscribing to this channel and leaving a like if you enjoyed the video. And see you in the next videos.